Hello, KGC show fans and listeners. Welcome back to the show. Today I have three incredible women who mind blowed me. When I first heard their music, I said, wow, this is what the podcast should be all about, is getting highlighted artists like these guys on here with us today. I want you to make welcome my friends, Lily Jackson, Elizabeth Jackson, and their mother, Mary Elizabeth Jackson, better known as Mama Sister J's. How you guys doing?
We're good. How are you?
I scared myself just then. But thank you guys so much for being on the show.
Thank you
Course.
for having us.
Yes.
So where are you guys calling us from today?
Well, we are a little all over the place, kind of, sort of. Um, Middle Tennessee, the Middle Tennessee area. I am in Murfreesboro today, and Lily is in.
I'm in Nashville right now from Lipscomb University,
Mhm.
and mom is
And
at
I,
home in
I'm at home in
Hendersonville.
Hendersonville. Yes, this is Northeast Nashville. So I was telling Caden this is where Taylor Swift is from.
Mhm.
Well, I'm interested to know a little bit about how you Lily got into music.
How I got into music?
Yeah, let's start with you. How did you get into music?
Well, music has kind of always been a part of me and Elizabeth's lives. Mom raised us on music. We would listen to orchestral, classical music when we were kids. We started musical theater when I was 9. Um, Elizabeth started band when she was in middle school, and I did as well when I went into middle school. Music has always just had a special place in our hearts, and it was always a way that we could express ourselves when we were kids, and it's just always stuck with us. And I feel like it's a good way to communicate with the world and to communicate what God gave us with others too, to share that blessing. Yeah.
Elizabeth?
I can piggyback off of what she said because I mean we grew up in the same household. It's Mom gave us music and of course so did our dad. I mean, mom, she was dancer, actress, singer. My dad, he was in band, he was a percussionist, drummer. Um and they gave us music and writing and sports as a way to get things out if we couldn't verbalize them or figure out exactly how we needed to communicate. And so writing and music became, at least for me, a safe place. And I think the same can be said for Lily. I don't want to speak for her. Um, but I always loved music in any form of the word. I started in band when I was 11. Um, I play the clarinet and I still do. I'm getting a degree in it right now. I'm sitting in the parking lot of the music building. And I love it so much. It really set me on a path to just where we are now. And I started songwriting. I want to say I was 12 because I always loved writing poetry. It was just a way for me to get what was in here out because I wasn't always able to communicate that. I still struggle with it. So music is still one of my safe places, but there's so much that can be said through music without having to use any words. And I think that's so beautiful. And music brings us together. And that's what we want to do as a group is just bring all kinds of people together because we're all humans on this planet. We all have to breathe, all the things. Um, I think that answers your question.
Oh, it
But
does. It does just that. And Mary, I want to ask you, what is it like from a mother's standpoint watching music take over your daughter's life?
Oh God. It's surreal sometimes. That's all I can say. It really is watching them um, you know, use the God-given talents that they were born with and to go with that and then want to use it in the world. It's just amazing to see it. It usually I cry a lot. Let's just say that when they hit those notes, I get chills and it brings tears to my eyes because it's so beautiful and their harmonies are just so incredible. And, it's more important to them they want success, but they want to be able to share what their music means, like that positive music, uplifting music with the world. That's more important to them, being able to make people feel good and happy or maybe heal from listening to their music. Then, they're not real, I guess they're real grounded. And that makes me really proud of them, is that they're grounded and they're not all starstruck, and fandom, and they want all that. They really just want to be successful and share their gifts and make a difference, a positive difference in this world. They have a platform, bridging the gap between diversity and inclusivity. And part of that is because autism has touched our lives, and with me being an advocate, so that's very important to the girls. And so I don't think I could be more proud than I am. I don't know. I don't think it's possible.
Well, I'm very proud to have all three of you guys on the show.
Thank
What
you.
is what has music done for you guys as a family? Has it brought you guys together? And if so, what kind of music?
Mm. Um, there's all different kinds of music, honestly.
It's
Uh,
such a wide variety of music that we listen to, and we have tons of instruments in the house. And the girls are multi-instrumentalist and vocalist, so there is a lot of music that goes on. But yes, a lot of it is, boy, there's a lot we get excited about, right? Every time a new movie comes out with a great score, we're like, oh my gosh, we have to get that movie. So.
Mm.
Elizabeth, what has been the highlight for you in your career as one of the two that has stood by your sister? What has getting to work alongside your sister in the music meant to you?
It's been a very unique experience because not many people get to do music like this with a sibling or with a family member. And she's my built-in best friend. And it's been really cool to work on music with her because we think alike in a lot of ways, but um we have different loves outside of other things. So it's really cool to see what we both get to bring to the table and knowing each other for our whole lives. Um, it's been, oh wait, where was I going with that? We know each other at least as well as I think we can. And getting to bring those experiences together, learning to sing together. It's really fun to be able to almost predict what the other will do if we're singing in an improvisation type idea. But I mean, there's nobody else in the world that I get to do this with. And frankly, there's not really anybody else that I want to do it with. So I'm very, very thankful to have her by my side. I know I can always depend on her. Um,
Lily, what does hearing those words mean to you as a sister and a partner?
it always means a lot. She's my sister. Um, I can't imagine myself like going to do some duo vocal thing with anyone else. I've tried harmonizing with other people, but ha it's never been the same as harmonizing with my sister or singing with her. It's different, it's special. Um, I mean, Lissa was the one that really taught me how to harmonize and as the younger sibling. But no, there's no one else I'd rather do it with, and I feel like our voices become one and our minds kind of do. They kind of do.
it just depends on whether I'm trying to sing your harmony or not.
She's a harmony stealer.
Her parts are fun, but
Well, man, this is what I love about having duo on, is because I love getting to see the each. What's your favorite song, Elizabeth, that you guys have written together?
honestly, right now, because I know it'll probably change as we write more music, but right now, probably Breathe In. Um, because there's so much that we've done with that song. I think it's got the longest lifespan is like when I say that like from when it started, the idea that it started out as and how much it has changed since then, but it's kept the integrity of the original intent. Um and it means so much to us, and then we also hope that it means a lot to other people because like Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters says you can sing a song to hello, can you see me?
Wow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was so weird.
Like you
That
have
was
to
Yeah.
good.
hear
That
that
was
right?
interesting.
I
Somebody's
just
hijacking your camera.
yeah, I just got this laptop a month ago. I'm still trying to figure it out. But well, Dave Grohl, he said you can sing a song to 10,000 people and they'll sing it back to you for 10,000 different reasons. And I think that that just if for me it really resonates with this song specifically because I mean it's about breathing and remembering who you are, and that's unique to only you, to one, but it just helps us remember that we all need to breathe. And so that's probably my favorite because we get to perform it a lot, but I think each performance is unique in that aspect. So I really like that one.
Lily?
It's the same song. Breathe In has always been like my favorite that we've done. It was one of the first songs that I really was getting solid about harmonies and counter melodies. There's throughout the song, I'll switch between soprano and alto harmonies, and we'll switch in between each other. And that was the first time we ever really did that in a song. Um, I just think it's really cool, and I remember helping her write that one. Yeah, it's a it goes way back, I guess. It's nice.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about this new music I hear you guys have coming out. You guys have some new projects in the work.
Hmm.
Which one of you guys want to touch on that?
Lillian,
Uh,
you can do it.
well, Elizabeth usually writes the songs, but for this next project, it's actually a song that I wrote. And I'm a writer. I don't normally write songs, I write stories, but I like to write songs for my stories, if that makes sense. And that's what this one was originally for. Outside of music, I do fantasy writing and illustrations, stuff like that. And
She's really good.
thank you. The song I originally wrote to be like a folklore song in a for a story I've created that alludes to God. Even though this world is fantasy like Narnia and stuff like that. But I finished writing the song last year, I think, and me and Elizabeth started working on it, and it kind of sounds like a hymn in a way, and we introduced it to a friend of ours that wanted to collaborate with us. Um,
Alex Zolt.
Alex Zolt, yeah. And because we were talking about we want to do uplifting songs, and he mentioned a mountain, and I was like, there's a mountain in my song. So Elizabeth mentioned it,
Mhm.
and now we're going to work on putting um, this song out that I wrote, and it's going to be fun because it'll be the first song that we put out that I wrote, and I've only written two, and that was one of them. But
Yeah, but you guys are going to be, Alex is writing, so he is America's gospel pianist, and he just did a duet with Dolly Parton this last year, which is super cool. And he'll play the piano and then he's writing the music. So Elizabeth will play clarinet in the song and Lily will play flute. And then we have a friend who's the bomb diggity violinist who's going to be violining on it. So
Helen.
it's gonna, yeah, violining. I just made a word up, I think. I don't know. But anyways, so it's
Well,
gonna
it's a
be
show to do it.
it's going to be
Yeah.
awesome. It really will be
So
an amazing song.
I can't wait for people to hear it. And I want to ask you, Mary, do you think that Lily got your writing techniques or her writing techniques for her poetry from your books that you have? Because I understand you're an author. So can
Mhm.
you talk to us a little bit about when she started talking about songwriting for stories and stuff like that? What did that do for you?
So I'm super proud. Lily, do you want to tell? I mean, you started a long time ago. It's been a long progression. And then she saw when I got published, you thought, well, if mom can do it, I can do it, right?
Yes. Um, Okay, outside of just music and creativity, I've been drawing my entire life and making stories. And around sixth grade, so it's been like 9 years, I started coming up with this story that I just could not figure out how to get out of my head. Um, and then when mom started writing her stories and getting her children's books published, I was like, well, if mom can do it, so can I. So I started writing this book, and now it's in the process. It's being edited right now. I want to get it published soon. It's a YA sci-fi fantasy. It's 549 pages.
It's big.
Um, it's a big book. The song I wrote was not for this series. It's for a different one that I'm also working on. But I never thought I would be a writer. When I was younger, I'm also on the spectrum. I'm autistic, ADHD. I was born with a speech impediment and a few other challenges. It made it difficult for me to read and process things. So I remember saying when I was in elementary sometime, I'm never going to be an author. Writing stories is stupid.
Never say never.
And then I end up writing one. Um, but yeah, it's it's been a blessing, I guess. I don't know where I'd be without it, honestly. Being a writer, an artist, a singer. Our family, we've always done multiple different things in the realm of creativity. Elizabeth may not admit it, but she's a really good artist too. And shut up. Mom's a great writer. She was a singer and a dancer. Our brother is also a singer. He's getting there. His voice is developed. He's 11. But he's he's got that Jackson talent, I guess is the best way I could put it. But yeah.
So what I love most about you guys is when I hear your voices, I hear that family harmony. And that
Mm.
family harmony is that harmony that you guys were talking about. And I hear it just like when I hear William Lee Golden and the Goldens. I can hear that family harmony in them, just like I can hear it in you guys. And you do such an incredible job. What is one thing as a songwriter that you're looking forward to people hearing, but besides this new song that we were just talking about?
Me?
Yeah, both of
Oh,
you
okay.
guys.
Um, I don't know exactly. I like I feel like with this song we can really uh dig deep into our sound.
Mm-hmm.
Um and really find where our sound is exactly because we've been trying for a while to figure out like what exactly is our sound. Yeah, we can harmonize to anything. But like what's the genre? And honestly, we haven't really been able to find the name for our genre or exactly
One specific genre.
like yeah, it's never really one specific genre. It's never has been. Ugh, that was not English, but it never has been. Um, and I think it'd be fun to really dig deep into what the sound that we can make, I guess. I'm excited for that. I'm also excited to share the message of the song. And the message is supposed to be like about God's kingdom and that He calls to all of us, and that there's always hope because He exists. That's the message of the song.
Yeah. Can you talk to us a little bit about how faith plays a role in your songwriting? Elizabeth, can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Hmm. Well, going back to like specifically Breathe In, I firmly believe that all of my inspiration comes from God. I mean, whether it comes from like other people or other things on this planet, it all comes from Him. And so, especially with the Breathe In song, it originally started, or I wanted to write a lullaby, um, for people struggling with anxiety and insecurity because we all go through life, we all have that struggle at some point or other. Um, and I remember the words just kind of came to me. They just it Mom describes it as kind of like a download. It just kind of happened.
The divine download, yes.
And it took me a long time to even realize that that's what happened. Like solid 4 years or something like that. I remember performing it in a coffee shop. Lily was not there with me, unfortunately, but I was explaining it. Um, and then I remember being like, these words didn't come from me, especially in the second verse. It really feels like, at least my interpretation of it, is that God's there telling you that it's okay, just breathe. You're gonna be fine. And so I want to share that with other people, whether it be faith-based for them or whether it just be a it's gonna be okay type thing. And even if I am a hopeless romantic, so I have love songs, even if it's that type of song, love comes from God, and so that's just, I guess, how faith plays into it for me. Um, because he's gifted me with this talent and I want to use it to glorify his name in however I can. Now, I'm not perfect, so it's not always great or blah 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 blah, but if I can find my footing, that's where I look.
You inspired me with that, and I hope somebody listening gets inspired by that because those words are true for somebody who may not need to hear it, but also wants to hear it. And I think that there's a lot of people that need to hear that. So thank you for that. Lily, what about you?
Um, I know that with uh whatever I make, I always want it to glorify him and be something that he can use for his kingdom. I know with the song that we're gonna work on, my my core belief with whatever I made in these stories is that um, even if you can't see it or feel it, there's always a hope and there's always a light. And that light exists in every single one of us because he exists. And, a lot of people in this world have they've, they've lost their ability to see that light because things they've been through. I know there's been times when I've lost the ability to see the light and God's love. Um, but it's having that foundation, knowing that no matter what, it's always there. And with this song, I wanted to reveal that like there is a hope. His kingdom exists. Uh, he calls to every single one of us, no matter what we've done or where we've been or where we come from. Uh, but because of him, we are found always. And just to remind others of that hope, I guess. Yeah.
Think I could have ever asked for a better podcast. This is the most, when I look for inspirational stories, these are the people I'm looking for. These people right here who shine the light of Christ wherever they go. And I feel so lucky that I have been given a platform to meet people like you guys and to be able to help shine a light on your music. Now, before we go into the last segment of the show, which is a rapid fire Q&A, which we always do that because it's fun. I'd like to see you guys smile a little bit. I understand that you guys are both college students. As you guys said at the top of the show, how difficult is it balancing college and music at the same time?
It's definitely not easy. There are times where we have to put things off to the side in order to uh catch up with our studies, things like that. And now I am studying music, and so I get a lot of inspiration just from things that I see all the time in school. But I mean, I, God willing, will finish my degree in May and receive my master's degree, which I'm very, very excited about. But it is hard to balance um, writing, seeing Lily, to practice and things like that. Um, it's not impossible, but it is difficult. But it's worth it in my mind.
And we make it happen.
Hmm.
Yeah.
as best we
Lily,
can.
what about you?
Oh, me? Sorry. Yeah, no, it's not easy uh due to our schedules. I'm actually not studying music. I'm here at Lipscomb studying animation. Uh and some of my assignments require me to be on campus to work in the labs on the programs that they have so that I can draw and animate and stuff. I'm in animation because I want to turn my stories into TV shows and stuff, but I want to use our music in those things that I make. But no, I don't always get to see Elizabeth. She doesn't always get to come home. I come home most weekends. Uh, it makes it hard, and most of the time we're so exhausted and drained from work that we can't even work on music half the time. But we always find a way, and because it's our passion, we want to keep going with it. But we also want to get our degrees.
Yeah.
You guys are
Well,
so close. Y'all are so close. And we just, we schedule, right? We schedule things around and
Yeah.
sometimes we have to juggle, but we make
mhm.
it work. And I mean, the girls won the ISSA, gold vocal duo last year and for 2024, which is so exciting. And, things really amazing stuff keeps happening. So we keep going. So
Keep on.
keep on. Yes.
Well, the last question before we hit into the rapid fire is, will you guys come back and talk about all things music when you guys get it done?
Yeah, of course.
I've had the time of my life sitting here and chatting with you guys today.
Well, we've had fun too. You're awesome, Caden. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate it. Let's let's end this show as great as we started it with the rapid fire Q&A, and hopefully I don't scare myself.
Okay.
Because that's bound to happen. What are your guys' favorite songs? All three of you guys.
Uh,
Oh,
the first song I could think of off the top of my head is "Fooling Yourself" by Tommy Shaw.
Good one.
I love the message of that song, and it's stuck with me. Specifically, the version of it where it was live and it was done with an orchestra, full orchestra and choir. It's really
The
cool.
orchestra.
it's
Yeah.
your dad plays all the time.
It's
Yes,
so
he
good.
does.
The first thing that comes to mind for me is a song called Dreamcatcher by a group called Set It Off. Um, because it's about talking about you being a dreamer and being a dream catcher to catch your dreams and just to take them and run with them. It's the first song I ever heard by them and it's just been very inspirational. Um, oh, one of the main lines that sticks out to me is that anyone can dream through the night, but only some can dream with eyes wide, and I think that that's just really cool. So,
That's
Mary,
beautiful.
what about you?
Well, right now it'd have to be their version of Wind Beneath My Wings. I'm sorry. That's my favorite. Okay. Did you hear that one, Caden?
I have not yet, but I would
Oh,
love
okay.
to.
I'll send it to you. Yes, that has a whole story behind it, and we've got a friend who's a fan who paid to have them record the song, and it just the version of it is so beautiful. So that's like one of my very favorites right now because it's so inspirational and it has a lot of meaning for our family. So yeah.
What's your guys' favorite movie that you guys have watched?
Oh, as a family or individually? Because we have a lot of family movies that we like together.
Individual.
Uh,
Lily's
this
an
is
animator.
hard.
Hey, she's an animator. She likes a lot of animated films.
So hard. I like live action, and the one I was going to mention is live action.
Okay.
for it.
Sort of live action. It's okay. I love Avatar. That is one of my
Oh,
favorite
yes.
films. That the world building and concept has stuck with me for so long. It still does, and it's inspired a lot of things I use in my stories. The concept's always made me so happy. Um, but I also love the message and what they fight for in the film. I think it's really cool, and it's an eye opener. The director is a great guy. Uh, yeah.
Um, there are so many, and I could give you like a list of pages like back and front, but um the one that comes to mind is Interstellar
Mm.
currently. Just because one, the cinematography is fantastic, the music is
incredible. Lily, help me because my brain's all over the place.
Hans Zimmer.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just didn't want to sound correct on that one. He even said that that was probably one of his favorite movies to score. Um, just because it's just the smallest motif, just a little tiny intervallic motif, and it grows into this most beautiful thing ever, and it's really symbolic with the whole um the story and everything. And I will be quiet because I will talk about it forever. So
That's her music coming out of her. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I've been binging a lot on Netflix, but for movies, um, one of the ones that we love is girls, you might have to help me. What's the one that we love as a family though? That's
John
historic.
Carter.
Well, we love John Carter, but oh, what's the other one? There's two of them. National Treasure. We
That's
love
what I
National
thought.
Treasure because we love history. So
Yeah.
that's a very cool movie.
What's a song that made you guys want to get into music?
Oh, wow. That's a big
not
question,
ever been asked that question before.
right?
It would probably be Lisa that has to answer because I just followed her pretty much.
Oh,
Wait, you only have an answer.
Well,
what?
they've been listening to her orchestral music since they were in the womb. So when they
Yeah.
came out, they were raised from the womb on Bach and Tchaikovsky and all these amazing so like when they were little, that was their favorite music. And both of them have played in orchestras, which is so cool to see that influence from the womb to growth. So I mean, I think it's kind of hard because they have training in all kinds of Broadway and musical theater, and Alyssa has had training in Italian, French, and German opera, and so it's just I mean, it's such a wide, like, they can do pop and they can do folk and they can do Americana and they can, you know what I mean? So it's sort of like I don't know, spin the wheel.
Well,
And for rap. Don't ask us to do
Not to
rap.
brag. I mean, it's been a long, long time with a lot of influence, which I think makes it so rich, and I love that.
There's so many transferable skills and knowledge between all the genres, which I think is just really cool.
There really is. I think it just enriches what they bring to the table.
and what I love the most, man, I haven't even finished the episode, and I'm excited about this, man. I'm, I have a fire under my butt. I'm so happy about it. What's y'all's favorite book?
Carson would like what he just said.
Mine. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Probably Lily said her book is her favorite book.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Um,
Do you want to go, Lisa? Or
Yeah, we're all readers.
I love The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
I need to go back and read everything again, but I'm just such a sucker for that. I love Tolkien.
but what are you reading right now, though?
I'm reading like three books. I'm currently reading
Mark,
the Wicked series.
the Wick.
I'm over halfway through the first book. I've been trying to get through the first book in the Wheel of Time series because it's the second best-selling fantasy series next to The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, which is it's very cool. My neighbor loaned me the book, and the book is like it's this thick and the print is this big, but I love the world building. It's fascinating, but it's just taken me a while to get through. And I'm doing those two. Yes, I've started other books, but I really need to just make a list. But I love all things those genres.
And Lily, I got to get one of your books. You got to send me one of your books.
As soon
I
as it's
will.
edited, we'll send you the manuscript.
I would love for you to come back on the show and promote it again because I think well talent gets well deserved. And I know I kind of said that it was a rapid fire Q&A, but I got one question that kind of triggered during this is when you're reading a book, do you pull from the book what would be like a good line in it for like a good song? Do you pull from books for inspirations for your songs?
um,
That's a good
I
question.
I think that I do, like subconsciously. I know in books or movies or TV shows, whenever I'm watching them, I am always inspired by what the characters fight for, what they believe in. Ah, even just a simple interaction between two characters. Like, I like it that you said it this way. You know, I know that sounds silly, but depending on a way the person writes, it makes it feel more real, or it just makes it feel like, oh, I wanted to write this story and get it out there because I have things I want to get out there. That's not a bad thing. But I love it when stories are real, even if it's a fantasy story. If they tell a real story, a real interaction with others, I think that's more impactful. Um, and to me, it feels more important for others to hear. So when it comes to writing a song, I, whenever it comes to me writing a song, specifically, I like to put in a message that leads to real life problems that could, like, hey, it's here. Listen, it may be hidden in the poetry, but open your eyes. I don't know. I don't know how to explain this, but
You
I
did
draw from
just
a lot
great.
of things.
Um, I guess I draw from like different moods or different settings in books. Oftentimes I end up drawing more from poetry and other songwriters, um, because I have found that a lot of music that I've gravitated towards has helped me explain what's in here because I like over throughout my life there's been a lot of times where I've had so many big emotions I haven't known how to verbalize them, and then when I've listened to these other artists I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that makes so much sense." And so I draw a lot of inspiration from how they have written things, and it's just really beautiful, especially specifically that's coming to my mind right now, 21 Pilots, which I know sounds like, oh, 21 Pilots, but like in their earlier stuff, they have a lot of really wonderful messages written in there that you wouldn't really hear if you like didn't sit down and listen to all of the words or see them in front of you like that. It'd be like, oh, this song sounds cool. No, there's a message in there. So,
Every song has a message in it, and it affects you either through in three ways: good, bad, or not at all.
Yeah.
And that's the way music affects you. Mary, what's one thing that you're most proud of about this group
Oh my God.
besides they're your daughters?
I know it's a little bit hard to say what I'm most
Those are
proud
my
of.
kids.
I know, right? Go Jackson kids. Um, I'm most proud of them listening to their soul and spirit and what it wants to come out and to be in the world because we're creative. We were designed to be creative beings in this world. So we're intended to create. But instead of them not listening to that and shoving it down, they're embracing it full 100%. And so I think I'm really proud of them for doing that. I'm really proud of them for bringing their own unique style to it and doing it together. And then we have that then enwrapped in a family. And so I think that's really what I'm most proud of.
Two final questions. I know you guys got to get back to college, but two more final questions. Number one, what is y'all's favorite ice cream?
ooh, that one's easy.
That's easy. Do not ask the favorite musical theater or Broadway show. Stay away from that because we won't be able to get off because we have so many. But ice cream's easy.
Quiet. Moose tracks.
Oh
There
yeah,
you go.
Chocolate moose
really?
tracks. Yes. I
oh, you
freaking
mean the
love moose
extreme
tracks.
tracks? The extreme ones?
Yes.
Yeah, no, that I was gonna say that. Or
The
cookies and cream, which is such a basic answer, but it's you can't mess it up.
What'd you
Oh,
say?
cookies and cream.
Oh, yeah, cookies and cream. I thought you were going to say the raspberry thing you like from Brewster's.
That is also very
Wait,
good.
Yeah.
raspberry track.
Oh,
Raspberry.
and I like what is mine? Peanut butter Buckeye. Oh.
She doesn't,
ooh.
and so for her to act like that, that's
Yeah, I don't
really
eat
good.
sweets, but don't take me to Brewster's because then I'll eat it. So,
Hey, I got to come out there now.
yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta have some Brewster's peanut butter chocolate Buckeye. Oh,
Peanut
Oh,
butter.
yeah,
that
that's gonna
that
be a
sounds like a
song.
trip I'm not going to have to pass up.
I know. That sounds like a song.
And
The Buckeye.
the last question I have for you guys is thank you. Like I said at the top of the show, thank you again for coming on. But most importantly, where can people keep up with you guys?
Mom, do you want to do it, or do you want me to?
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah. So they are on Facebook, Sisters J Music. They are on YouTube, Sisters J Music, and Instagram, the same. And we have a Twitter or X, don't really use it, but the three they use the most are is Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And
Sounds
then
good.
they have their website, sistersj.com. Yeah, sistersj.com. That's their website.
Yes, and at the
Elizabeth?
bottom of the website, you can contact us, find the link to contact us and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, make sure that you guys download everything that these magnificent people do. Go on Amazon and look up Mary's books that are incredible. That I have to get some myself. I do have to admit, but I do know that they're there.
Yes.
So make sure you go to Amazon, get Mary's books, and be on the lookout for Lily's book as well. And as soon as she gets that released, she'll be right back here on the show promoting it. Mary, Elizabeth, Lily, thank you so much. The honor has been all mine.
Oh, thank you so much. And listen, if anybody's looking for music for film, you need to look us up because we've got, the girls are working with a filmmaker right now. So they've already done the trailer, and then it'll be a 30-minute film next year. They've got two pieces. Lissa's actually composing 8 to 10 minutes worth of music for him. And then they're going to compose and record another song for the film. So whoop, whoop.
Well, now we have another reason to get you guys back on.
Yes.
Elizabeth, Lily, Mary, thank you so much.
Thank you, Caden, so much. Blessings, buddy.
And we can't wait to see you in Tennessee. I'll be out there, hopefully for the Josies this year. I hope to make
Oh,
it out to
good.
the
Well,
Josies.
we should be at the Josies too. They've asked us to hold 2 dates for the girls to perform, possibly. So that would be very exciting. And if we do our music event to the east from the south, we want you to come, and I'll make sure I have you some chocolate peanut butter Buckeye.
All right, that sounds good. I don't need any more than that right there. But thank you guys so much for joining our show. And like I said, come back and talk to us anytime you guys need anything promoted. Just give me a holler.
Thank you. All right. Thanks, Kate. Bye.
Thank you guys for such a great show. We love you guys. Love one another. And always remember, love's going to win here today. And tune back to the KGC show too. Whoever I find up these sleeves of mine, they're big. There's a reason I wear them. So I can shove people who I have as guests up here and pull them out when I need them. All right. Thank y'all so much. We love you. Love one another. We'll see you soon on the KGC show.
Yoka Artianza Remix.